up everybody and welcome back to The Girl Gang. So we are here to discuss a very, very spicy topic. Yes, I think I'm gonna need a drink for this. Are you ready for this? I don't even think you guys are ready for this. So today's topic is how to deal with a toxic relationship. Which we all already know. We already know that this is something that a lot of people struggle with, and I want to say that it's mainly because a lot of people are either scared to walk away, but I think the biggest one is people are scared to start over. Like, people are scared to leave their relationships because they don't want to have to go through the process of doing something, you know, all over again. I don't know. What do you think?
I was in a toxic relationship, and I actually didn't leave. He left me, but I think the reason why I didn't leave was because I was comfortable and I was scared of the unknown.
That's what I'm saying.
I was scared, like, am I going to be okay being alone? What do I do with all my free time? Like, yeah, just scared of the unknown, really.
When it comes to things like this, I think that the comfortableness, I think that's probably the number one reason why people stay in a relationship. It doesn't even have to be toxic. It could just be a regular relationship. I think that people get scared to start over. They get scared to go through the whole dating phase, which if you guys are out there and single and have been on the dating scene, you know, especially at a certain age and a certain point in your life, you're just like, okay, like, what's going on? What does this whole dating thing mean? I don't even know how to date. I remember when I was single, the last time I was single was for a year. I want to say a year and like 3 months. I felt like I didn't even know how to talk to people. I felt like I didn't know how to flirt. I didn't know how to be sexy. It was like, it was so weird. It was like starting over, being a teenager all over again. I think that the number one problem that we have as women is that we stay. Sometimes even scared to leave, because toxic relationship can also mean like abuse, and it doesn't even have to be physical. Yeah, it can be, you know, emotional, verbal abuse. A lot of people get told, you know, that they're ugly, or that you can't handle another relationship, or
you won't find better
than me. And it could be the man who's also in a toxic relationship with a woman. I feel like there's a lot of women, I have even friends that are like this, that are just like so hard on their significant other that I'll even tell them, like, hey, like, maybe, you know, I'm not trying to overstep or cross any lines or boundaries as our friendship, but at the same time, you're pushing this person away by treating them this way, or you know, they'll think that they'll always be there.
Then 1 minute they're not, because they've had enough. And I think there comes a point in a toxic relationship where you're like, okay, enough is enough. And no one can really tell you when to walk away. No one can tell you when the right time is, what the right thing to say is.
You don't listen if you're not ready.
And it's not on their terms anyways. It's on your terms, you know what I mean? And whatever you're comfortable with. But I do think, that is
so crazy. So what do you think in a toxic relationship? Let's say a woman is in a toxic relationship. What advice would you give her?
To be strong enough to walk away. I wish I'd known what I know now back then, you are good enough, you are strong enough, you are smart enough, and you will be okay being out of that situation. You actually will be better. And there's a time when I was out of that toxic relationship that I was like, wow, like I didn't even know what happiness was. I thought I was content and happy. And now I'm really happy being single. And not even to go out or to do any of that, because I'm not really a big fan of going out. I'd rather sit here and eat. But I think it's just finding happiness within yourself, of being alone. And I think it's so important, especially us as women, to find that happiness within yourself.
I was just going to say, I think you hit the nail on the head with that one, because a lot of times I think it's weakness on our own part, that we don't feel like we can succeed without someone else, or we feel like that person has taken so much from us that we don't feel strong enough to do it on our own. I think that when you become an individual and actually love yourself, it just makes life so much easier. Then you realize, oh my God, like, look at all the other things that I missed out on while I was in this relationship. When people feel like this in a relationship, or are stuck in a toxic relationship, they, for the most part, don't have an outside life. So basically, I would just say, if you are somebody who is in a toxic relationship, there's a few things that I would say. I would say, for one, go through the pros and cons, you know what I mean, of your relationship. I'm not just saying like, oh, it's a toxic relationship, you guys had a bad fight, you're just gonna walk away. That is not it. If you guys have had fights or whatever it is, work through it. Obviously try to save the relationship. If it's something that you value, if it's a relationship that you feel like can get through it, then work through it. But go through and make a pros and cons list, and if you feel like there's more cons than pros, like, then obviously you know what you need to do. I just think that, oh, Kalua, hi Kalua.
Come over here. Come here.
I just think that it is definitely, you are the person that needs to be taken care of. And if that other person can't do it for you, if you feel like they're just knocking you down left and right, then it's time for you to choose yourself over your relationship. And you know what I mean, like, make it about you. And unfortunately, sometimes you may feel like you're being selfish by choosing you, but if he's not choosing you, that's a much bigger problem. You'd be happier on your own and by yourself than you would with that other person.
And just don't be scared. I know it's so scary, like, you were there,
when you're there for like 3 or 4 years.
Like, you saw, I cried every day, every night, but just know that it can't get any worse than that. Like,
it's only gonna get better.
Yes, it can only get better. Like, you have to push through. And looking back, I wish I had more dark moments like that, because that's when you grow and you find your own inner strength as a woman, and all you need is yourself and you're a good girl.
You're a good girl.
You're a good girl. You know what I mean? That's all you need, and it definitely helps to have a support system and team around you.
Keep yourself busy. Keep yourself doing things that you love, things that you enjoy, things that maybe you didn't do in your relationship that you used to love doing before. Because slowly but surely, if you look at your relationship, like, say you're watching this on the other side, you're on the other side of this camera right now watching this video, ask yourself these questions, like, am I still doing stuff that I love? Am I still the person that I was coming into this relationship? Do I still have a support system? Do I still have the same friends I was with when I started this relationship? Like, is my family still here? Does my family support me?
That's a big one.
A lot of times people see things that you may not see. You're blinded to it. You love this person so much that you are oblivious to things that other people may notice that you don't notice because you're so used to it already. So I would just say, definitely, you know, find the strength within yourself to do better, or you know what I mean? Just find that thing in you that sometimes it's just a mirror. Sometimes it's talking to yourself in the mirror and saying, hey, I know what I deserve. I deserve much better than this, and I'm not going to waste another minute or another second in this relationship. And
I truly believe that nothing is going to be put in your life, one, that you can't handle. But two, if you're not willing to let go of what you know in your heart when it's not right. You know if you're gonna marry that person, if you're not, like, you know. So if you know you need to walk away from that, something won't come in your life great until you let that go, because then you're not ready. You're not ready for that great thing in your life. So why is that going to be put in your life? You don't deserve it.
And it may not make sense at the time, even if he's the one that's treating you bad, going around cheating on you, or coming home smelling like another woman, or finding, you know, another girl's number in his pocket. Those are things that are happening for a reason. These are things to make you wake up, to make you realize this is not where I'm supposed to be in my life.
Don't ignore those red flags.
Exactly. However, like she mentioned before, it is a lesson learned. You grow from these situations. Now in your next relationship, you know what you will and what you won't put up with. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So
we
go for it.
We would love to know your opinions on this, and like your personal stories, and how you left a toxic relationship. If you're in one now and you want more advice, drop comments down below. We're here to help. Want it to be very engaging for everyone, and you know, for all the women who do comment on each other's stuff.
Exactly.
Let's empower each other and give each other that motivation
and support.
If
you've been through you know, a similar situation, let us know down in the comments, because more than likely somebody else is going through the same thing, and maybe needs to hear those words of encouragement so that they feel like they can be strong enough to walk away from it too. So that is it, ladies. That is it for today's video. Again, thanks for joining our girl gang. If you guys have not yet already subscribed, make sure that you guys smash that subscribe button. Also give the video a thumbs up, and yeah, make sure that you guys join our girl gang. Again, we always like to reiterate this as much as possible and let you guys know this is a judgment-free zone. We talk about all girl gang
Yeah.
things, whatever it is.
Yeah.
We are here to support you guys. So with that being said, thank you guys again so much for watching this video. Until our next video, we will see you guys soon. Bye. Bye.
Want a little chippy chip? Let me hear. The people
want to hear it.
People want to hear the crunch.
Right. That's a nice crunch.
I'm not a regular mom. I'm a dog mom.